Hi everyone, I am Christina and I'm gonna show you something that I've been learning throughout these months, the Oculus and 3D modeling like Blender or Tinkercad. And why is that better than actually just using paper and pencil and drawing it, right? Like I recently was talking with a teacher and she said, like, well, what is it good about this Oculus thing? So I'm going to show to you why I think Oculus is really good in education and how can we potentially uh, create a curriculum for it. All right, so the first thing that I want to show you is this Blender. And Blender is a 3D modeling platform where you can do a lot of cool things. So what I recently learned how to use in the Oculus is Gravity Sketch that I had another video. And Gravity Sketch is absolutely fantastic to design anything. And you can do it in an environment that it looks so real. And I want to show you how I'm going to translate what I'm doing in Blender to the Oculus, and you decide, uh, which one is the one that you wanted to use. Because actually, I don't think there's anything that is better than the other thing. Is mostly what is that for, right? How are you going to use it? What is the purpose? And I'm always talking about that. So the first thing that I wanted to do is I want to find the outline of a car. So what I did, and I'm going to move all of this, my Google here. So what I have here is I just type car outline, and then I went into more because you can always have an interdisciplinary project. And let me go, where am I? I'm going to all first, okay. And then I'm going to tools, and here I wanted to see, why is this not working right now? Is it more? No. All right, I'm just gonna do it from scratch. And this is exactly what happens in a classroom, so I love it. Google. All right. Dismiss. Okay, so car outline. And then I'm going to tools. And anytime, yes, you can choose that. Let's see, let me make this even bigger. Chuku chuku. I'm going to move myself over here. Tools. More. Images. Tools. Usage rights. That's what I wanted to do. Okay, so here I'm going to click on Creative Commons, commercial and other licenses. And then I noticed that now on Google we have this thing that it says licensable. Licensable? Is that how you pronounce it? I don't know. So I was like, what does that mean? So I went on Google and I said, what is the licensable on an image? And it's telling me here that can be used by others provided they agree to specific terms. So I was like, what? I don't understand that, right? So this is not just about sketching something or drawing something or 3D modeling or 3D printing. This could be a lot of things at once. So I can just say, hey, find I'm talking like here. Find a license, find an image of something and make sure that that is, licensable. And the kids are gonna say like, what is that? And then you say like, well, just find the information, and if you have another question when you find the information, then I can address that. So let's see if they can do it. I'm pretty sure they can do it. So I'm gonna click here, and then it says is an image that can be used by others providing they agree to specific terms. Fee will typically be charged to. All right, so I go to this one, and I'm gonna click on one that I like. Let's see. Do I like this one? Yeah, sure. I'm gonna pretend that I don't know anything about this. So I click on that image, and right here, it's telling me if I want to download it. So I'm gonna do it. All right, and I'm gonna open it. There it is. Now what I'm going to do, you can go on and on and on and on and on with what you want them to learn about this. So I'm gonna copy this into my 3D Blender program, and I'm gonna try to make it here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is now I'm gonna import my SVG. So I'm going to File, Import SVG, and I'm gonna find the car right there. Okay, where is it? I don't know. Well, I'm gonna click on my cube and I'm gonna delete it. And it's right there. Look at that. And I'm gonna make myself small and I'm gonna move myself maybe over here. Whee! So it's a flat thing. Now I wanna create something with this. So this is the part that it's very interesting, and so depending on what you wanted to do with this, right? So for me, the first thing is I want teachers to feel comfortable with this. And there's this page by itself. It's very intense. I love it. But I know a little bit how to use this. So for somebody that doesn't know how to use it, this is very intense. So let's see. I'm going to add something. What is that? I'm going to try to, I'm going to add a cube. And the cube is really, really big. So if I go here, I can move it over there. My car is there. And then if I go to edit mode, then I can make, this is, I can make it smaller. Hey. Or not. I don't remember the last time that I used this because I've been working on OMG. That's what my students used to say it in Spanish. OMG. How do I make this smaller or bigger? Okay, let's see. What is this doing? Nope. Help. Help. This is to go up. Oh, there you go. Okay. But the only thing that I wanted to do right now is I want to trace on top of the car. So then I can make like using like a mirror. So then whatever I do in one side, then it is going to do the same thing on the other side. And I am failing. I'm absolutely fantastically right here. So, all right, I'm going to leave it right there. I'm going to find a way of doing this. But I'm going to translate now into the Oculus. So, okay. So the first thing that I did is I opened my landing pad because I'm going to use Gravity Sketch. Because that is my main thing right now, and I just love to do it. So I grab it from my desktop and put it right here. It's called Simple Cart. So you can see it. It's the same thing. Ta-da! And so now I'm going to open my Oculus. Is there. So I'm going to use it. Let's see. I want to make sure that you can see me. Okay. I'm going to adjust this. All right. So I am going to open Gravity Sketch, upload later, and I'm going to use the same car. So I'm going to do a new sketch, and I'm going to lift my area for working. You can see right now I don't have anything. I'm gonna do the 360. Woo. Maybe I'm gonna change this to something a little bit different. So um, that looks. Let's do this. That looks more like a house. I like this place. All right. So, oh, I have a low battery. I'm going to bring an image here. So I'm going to image, and I'm going to this one. Let's see. Okay, there is my car. So I move my hand. Let's see where I am. Can you see me? Okay. So and then when it goes to red, then I'm gonna click this button right here, and it's okay. I'm gonna delete it. So I click the button and I can move it right here. So I'm gonna make it big. So two buttons up. I have to grab it. All right. So you can see it's actually a PNG. So that's why you can see it's transparent. So I'm gonna leave it right there. And then this anchor right here, when I click there, then the image doesn't move anymore. So I want to make sure that I can move everything with the image. I'm going to create layers. And now it looks fast, but remember last time, car, PNG. Last time I was very slow. Now I'm practicing more, so it makes things easier. So layers are really great because then you can, just like Illustrator, Photoshop, and even Blender, you can have things in separated space. It's like if you think about a notebook, you have one page for color, one page for lines, stuff like that. So this I'm gonna call it sketch, or maybe outline. Outline. Okay. And so I'm gonna be working there. And this is what I'm gonna do. The first thing is I'm gonna make sure that this is in a mirror. So I'm gonna click mirror there. So you can see this, that's the mirror. So now I realize that I need to put my card in this way. Or let's see, maybe I can move this there actually, my axis. Okay. I'm gonna move it right there. Okay, so I'm just gonna trace. It's a mirror and you can see it because, see this? I'm gonna change the color. How did I change the color? Is I click on my button that has colors right here, and then you can bring all of the different colors. So I'm gonna do dark blue, and then I'm gonna use this joystick to make it smaller. And so I'm just gonna go like that. Choom, and then choom. And then I'm going to do this and this. And I just keep doing that. I'm going to do the windows. Okay. And that's it. So now what I can do, I'm going to make this bigger. And when I go with my control and I touch this, the sphere change the color. So then I go to my index finger. No, it's not my index finger. My middle finger, and then I'm gonna click on this one right here, the one that it's red. And then on my other hand, I have these lines. So if I click on that, then I have these options. When I click on simplify points, you'll see that this right here, it's going to be straight. See, now I have less, and I can do until it's too much. I don't like that, so I'm just gonna leave it there. All right, so there's a lot of things that you can do here. I'm actually just gonna leave everything in that way. what I want you to see is that I have two things going on. So I'm going to make it very small, and I'm going to make my ball, my sphere, really big. And then I'm going to grab it and I put it over here. So I'm going to turn to right there. You can see my windows are two out, so I can move those in. All right, right there, and this one is also over there, and that one is over there. Okay, so that's the first part. Now I'm going to, I'm gonna hide now my image. So I'm going to layers, and I'm going to make it invisible. Whoop. Okay, I'm gonna create another layer, and I'm gonna call it chassis. Okay, let's see. By the way, I had a class about this, so I will share the content for that class, because in that one we went from sketching on paper, and then going to utilizing simple materials or simple technology like cardboard and tape. And then from that, we move into using Tinkercad with my students when I was teaching in China. So I will share that. All right. So now that I am there, I'm going to lock this one so then I can't do anything with this. I'm going to change the color of what I'm going to do. So I'm going to make my card kind of like, I don't know, like that. Okay. And then I'm going to this one that is called primitive objects. You keep it, click it, and then you have these options. So see, when I'm touching the area, then it's purple. Then I'm going to make it, put it outside so that I can have it there. I'm going to grab the plane. So then with the two joysticks, I'm going to click the main buttons, and then I can make something like this. Now this I'm gonna use to put everywhere here. So I'm gonna start right there. Again, I'm gonna grab this, my other stick. I have these three lines there, click there. And then with this, you can make it smaller, bigger. But instead of that, I wanna click in this one that says convert to subdivision object. So now I can move this into the body of the car. And this is really, really cool. So I can add more sections. I'm going to add more sections. I'm going to make this smaller. I'm going to add another section right there. And I'm going to make it bigger, 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 bigger. So then you can see I'm going to add another section right there. I'm going to put this up. That one I can, and you'll fix this later. Okay. So just keep adding more things. One more here, one more here. Can you imagine what your students can do with this? I mean, I'm just beyond excited about this. This is incredible. So that's what you see here, is that everything that I'm doing in this side is happening on the other side at the same time. Okay, so I'm gonna say yes, I'm okay with that. I'm gonna do the next section. Oops, that was too small. So I'm gonna do it again. I'm going to turn it. I'm going to put it right there. So I'm going to grab it, three lines, subdivision. I'm going to put it right there, right there. And this is more flat, so I'm just going to do it really fast. Oh, okay, that one right there, another one right there, right there. So I'm going to move this up. I'm going to move this up. I'm going to put that right there. Okay. I'm sure that people who are designers, they're like very excited about this program, because that's not my trade. I know about technology, and I'm good about catching new technology and learning really fast. But I really feel, like I'm a designer. So I've been designing a car that is more complex than this one, and I'm almost done. I will share that later, the end of that. But then you can see how simple is to use this program. I mean, the first time that you're using it, yes, of course, you need to understand how to use the joysticks and how to use all of these different elements that you have in each part. But then it's just incredible, all of the things that you can do. So for me, it's always thinking about my teachers. How can I make sure that they have what they need for their classes, right? That's the most important thing for me. So okay, I'm gonna add. I think I saw something in somewhere. It's okay. All right, I'm gonna do the last one for the top. Grab it, three lines. I'm going to, and I can move this over here. Subdivision. Um, Oops, I went last week to Michigan to visit my father-in-law because it was his birthday and we were missing him so much. And I took the Oculus with me, so I was playing on the when I was in the airport, and it was fun to hear what people were saying. Oh, look, she's in the metaverse. Well, yeah, I was in Gravity's Cage actually, which is absolutely fantastic. Um, but some people don't know about the all of the cool things that kids can do. And I know I have a good friend, and she's thinking about buying the Oculus for her kids. And I said, like, yes, do it, but you have to learn that too. I mean, you can't give something to a kid and not learning how to use it, because that's where one of the challenges gets in education, is that kids know uh, more about something than parents. So if you're thinking about buying this, oops, and this one is not working, so let's see. Ba-da-ba-da. Let's see what I can do to fix this. One of the issues is really um, not knowing how to use something and give it to your kid. So if your kid knows more about that than you, that's one of the biggest challenges. So when you decide to buy this type of technology, you have to learn how to use it. So I told my friend, okay, if you want to do it, I can help you, explaining how to use it. And I know with the Oculus you can play a lot of things, and it's not like playing is bad. That's absolutely great, but that's not my main reason why I'm learning how to use this. This is for an educational purpose. So I'm always trying to find how to make sure that my teachers have what they need, and then they understand how things are going in the world. So so when kids talk about this, even if they're not using it, they know what they're talking about. All right, so there you have both sides, right? So I'm gonna do the chassis, so the whole front and back. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna create this. I'm gonna grab it, and this is something that I learned recently, is that you have these security things here, that that right there. So it just connect right in the middle. So I'm gonna put it right there. Um, I also realized that some of the things that I wanted to do to my other car, um, they were not work in real life. So that's, I mean, it's cool to create something and then realize, like, maybe that's not possible. Look at that. That looks great. All right, I'm gonna actually move it a little bit up. I'm making another one here. All right, I will have to see how high this goes in a car, but okay, for me that's good. And then the main, it's not a window. Well, it is. It's right here. I know this is the window. Okay, so I'm gonna do it again. Kuchung. That is. I'm gonna put it right there. I'm gonna grab it. Three lines. Object. Convert to object. I'm gonna go all the way over there. I'm gonna connect it right there. But I want this to go actually like let's see. So I just brought everything up. All right, let's see. I'm gonna move this down, move it down. I mean, your car in this could be anything. It's just really cool the way that you can do things with this program. So then after that, if this is an interdisciplinary program, project, then I will ask my students, okay, can you write an overview of how to do this? Can you write the steps? Maybe. I can ask them also to explain the difference in each part of the car, what they chose, different ideas, from where they got their ideas, what's the future in cars, if they're thinking about, if you can do this and then you can send this model to a company and they can build this for you, wouldn't that be awesome? Like everyone can design their own cars, and in few years this is going to be completely automated. So you design it, but you don't have to really drive it. So this inside could be anything, right? So this is just a simple car, but think about the future. How could the future of cars be? So there, I'm almost done with this. I'm going to create another layer. So I'm going to click on the three lines here, the blue thing, and then I'm going to layer one more. I'm going to lock that one. This one I'm going to call it tires. Okay. And for that, I'm going to, same thing. I'm going to cylinder, and that's it. I'm going to change the color. I'm going to make it like that. Okay. I'm going to make it very small. Right there. Oh, it's too big. So what I'm doing on one side, it's doing it on the other side. The other thing is that if I can duplicate this, I grab it. Well, I can grab it just like any other object, and then I click the two buttons down and up, and then I can move it over there. Yeah, that's very simple right there. Let's see. This is two down. Let's put it right there. I'm going to add some windows. So I'm going to lock this one. I'm going to create another layer, and I'm going to call it window glass, or just window. It's okay, window. And then enter. Okay, so I'm going to think, no, same thing, plain. I like plain. It's my favorite object to use. Let's see what is a window it's gonna look like. Uh, okay, let's see. One. That's cool. But I think I want there. Glassy. Okay. Okay, let's see. I'm going to put it right there. So grab it. Put it up there. Move it up there. Oh, that's a very interesting. Okay, let's see. They can also learn the name of the the parts of the car, which obviously I forgot about. It's okay. So there, there, there. Yep. Now one more right here. And this one I can actually just put it like inside. All right, now let's do it. Let's customize it so that you can also fix it later. can see, there's a space right there. It's okay. I'm gonna do one more here. Right there, right there, right there. So for fast prototyping, I will say that this project is Gravity Sketch is faster than using Blender, but also I have not used Blender for many months, so I don't know. I'm having some challenges remembering how to use it. It doesn't mean that you can't use it, you know. So there, that's my car right there. I didn't do anything for doors or anything else, but that's how fast and easy your students can do it. So what I used in this was the stroke or ink. So I use ink. With ink, you have these lines. When you use a stroke, um, it's like that. So you can see the difference. You can make this too. Um, you can change it in any way. So I'm going to click in this, the first one, and the blue lines here. So with this right here, I can make it really thick. I can make it kind of flat, right? So you decide that I can change points and make it very fat until it's a very small line. I can change the way that it looks. I can add more points. Okay. The other one is the same thing. So 3 lines, and I click there and I make it a straight line. So you see the difference with this one and this one is the end. The end is like pointy, right? The same thing. I can make it very thick. I can make it flat, right? I can go here. I can go there. I mean, you have just so many cool things that you can do with this project. That's what I use. I also use layers. So with layers, you can. I started with this. That was my the document that I download, the photo that I downloaded, which is connected with Common Creative Commons. So then your students should know what to download or not, and complications, and if making a video and all of that, you have to give credits and everything. So I with these lines, I just trace, chun chun, but I have to make sure also that I'm using the mirror. If I don't have the mirror, so what I do here, it doesn't project on the other side. But when I have the mirror, what I do here, it goes on the other side, the same thing. That was good. Then I went into my primitive objects, and with that, I used the plane for the body, and I used the cylinder for the tires, right? So the plane, like that, and the tires, oops, like that. Then with that, so look at that. We have the PNG, the stroke, the lines, the plane, the cylinder, and then I also use the colors. So then I can change all of the colors here, whatever I want. If I grab an object and I keep it clicked, I can change the color to anything, any color that I want. Very dark. Ooh. Okay. So that's it. Then what I can do to import this into Blender, which is absolutely cool, is you go to the 3 lines, you go to save, you go to save it to the cloud, export. So I'm gonna export all of this. No, I don't want to export all of that. So I don't want to export this. I don't want to export this. I don't want to export this. So I'm just deleting it. I am even going to delete the image. I don't want that. So I'm going to the layers, and Let's see, I'm gonna delete that layer. I'm gonna delete that layer. Chuku chuku. Oh yeah, that's right. I want to delete that. Okay. All right. So now that I have all of that, now I'm going to save it. So the blue button, three lines, go to save and export. Export. Oh, I have this thing here. Yeah, I think that's okay. All right. So in the past, I was doing it with OBG, but then I realized that I can just do VFX. And then with this one, it's very simple to save it. So click on that. Yes, I'm going to go into project test. And this is going to call project test. So save here. And I'm going to call it car YouTube. And now it's been saved. All right. So I'm going to get out of here, exit. And I'm going to click on the special button. I'm going to quit. Ooh, and I am in my magical place. It's so cool. Yay. Okay. But I'm not going to be playing with this, so I'm going to turn this off. Bye-bye. Okay, so now my glasses, I can go back to my files. Let's see, recent car YouTube right here. I'm gonna download it. I'm gonna open. Oh, I did it. It's some movement at the end. Look how I saved it. I didn't realize that. Oh. Okay, but you can see that. Okay, now I'm going to Blender, and I'm going to delete that. Delete, and I'm gonna delete that too. Okay. I have more than one. Okay, I'm going to file, import FBX, and did I download it? Download car YouTube, import, and there it is. Ta-da! Isn't that cool? Well, it's really cool, except that I move it and I didn't realize when I did it on Gravity Sketch. So it was for me easier to go to Gravity Sketch, and probably because I've been practicing that more often. But Blender also is great for that. So, but you can go from Blender to Gravity Sketch. Now, Gravity Sketch is on the Oculus, so then you can create a lot of cool things for the metaverse world, right? Which is one of the new things. And because I'm learning this, so then I can pass the information to my teacher, especially to my history teacher, then I think this is really good because I can, go from like an image from a cave to imagine the future, which is one of the projects that we're thinking about. So this is awesome. This was Gravity Sketch and a little bit of Blender. It's not like one of the other is better than. Is that you need to know the purpose and what are the skills that you want from your students, and you can make this interdisciplinary with everything. I will share in my next video how I did it with my students when I was teaching in technology classes in China, so that you can see how you go from paper to technology fair, pretty much. All right, thank you. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.